Carlton, it's good to see you, and it's been brilliant to see you back out on the pitch over these last couple of games. You must be pleased to be back.
Yeah, buzzing. I think, I kind of went through a stage of compartmentalising a bit. I really left it a box at the back of my head how much I did actually miss it. But now, I'm back out there in minutes in the last couple of games and really starting to remember how much it all means to me. So yeah, I'm so happy to be back out there. I went through the stage of focusing on my rehab, getting my gym stuff done properly. The medical team were absolutely outstanding at getting me into an even better position than I was before physically. So I'm excited to get going again.
Have you always been that way? You've been able to block things off in your mind when you need to?
Yeah, I think obviously it stems back to when I was younger. I had quite a serious knee injury when I was early 20s, and everything was the be all and end all for me then, and that kind of was really devastating to me. And I think that taught me a lesson to sort of not get too high with the highs, not to get too low with the lows. And I think that's a lesson that's been a big help for me in this situation and situations since then. So
it felt like a long, nearly 3 months without you. Talk to me about the injury firstly, because I remember at the time there was a bit of confusion about what had happened and what you'd done. So can you take us through, I guess, the incident and how you've recovered from it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just an off the ball thing. Happens all the time. Got to be able to take it if you can give it. So
is it the fact you weren't braced for the impact?
Yeah, it was just I wasn't expecting it, and there was a little bit of a leg tangle which you can't really see in the footage as well, which created a bit of an awkward position for my leg and foot to get into. It was a ligament in my foot that I didn't even know existed, to be honest. That was one of the issues, and then a high ankle ligament as well. But the guys worked so quickly and diligently to get me down to London, seen by the best guys, and formulated a plan and executed it beautifully. And I'm just, like I say, happy to be back.
And I know what a big part of the group you are and how involved you've stayed. Is that something you always want to do when you're out injured? Because it must be difficult, the frustration of not being involved, but you want to still be part of everything.
Definitely, yeah. I think it's easy to become, I touched on compartmentalising. Yeah, you can do that to a certain extent, but you can't take yourself completely away from the group. It's important to stay involved. It's not about me. It's about the whole. It's about the team. It's about the collective. And I think you've seen the lads. They've done absolutely brilliant in the last few months. It's a team that I'm really proud to be a part of, a club that I'm really proud to be a part of, and now they've left us in a position where we can really attack these last few games.
Big Patrick Adjuman picked up the slack in your absence, finally caught up with you after 3 months as well. I know you've been sort of mentoring him a little bit, working with him as well. How proud have you been of the progress that he's made this season?
Mentoring, yeah. I mean, I've probably learned as much from him as he has from me, to be honest. But yeah, he's been excellent. I think he's obviously a physical specimen, beast of a man. I love his mentality as well. Works hard, and he's got tons of ability. What is there not to like? Off the pitch, he's willing to soak up information. I think you can see how much he's improved just this season alone. Adjusting to Championship football this quickly, was something I was never able to do at the start. So I think it says a lot about him.
You got half an hour on Saturday or so, your second appearance since coming back. You had the one header when I just thought Carlton Morris in November probably sticks that away. Is that a sign that you need a bit of time just to get back to where you were?
Yeah, I think so. Just in terms of those little movements, adjusting your feet, getting into the correct position. Watched it back, probably got a little bit underneath it, then started backtracking and jumping. When you're backtracking is always a 10 times more difficult skill than coming onto it. But I'm a big advocate of getting the chances. If you're getting I had a couple of instances where on another day, Bez gets in down the side. I beat my defender across the front. Obviously, with the header, the movement being there, as long as I'm there, I'm getting the chances. The rest will come.
You referenced the progress that the team have made in the 3 months that you've been out, with not that many games to go now, I suppose, starting with Hull on Tuesday. Give us a sense of the position that the team's in and what you think this group might be capable of between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, it's a really good question actually. I think we touched on it at the start of the season when, things weren't going so well. We didn't start exactly how we wanted to, but it was sort of stick with this group. This group's capable of a lot, and I think that's come to fruition in the past sort of 4 or 5 months in terms of going on little stretches. The performances we've shown, beating teams all over the league, at the top, at the bottom, and yeah, it's about putting that together now because it's the business end of the season. These last I think it's 13 games left now. It's about putting the performances together and coming out with the results. If we can hit form at the right time, then the sky's the limit for us.
How do things change as you get toward the business end of the season? We always start to see strange results crop up. Do things feel different when you get to this sort of stage?
A little bit, yeah. I think you can sort of see it already. Obviously it's been insurmountable with the amount of rain we've had, and what that does to the pitches. It can make the games a bit random sometimes, but I think the business end of the season for me is just get the results. It doesn't matter how. You use your experience, you use your nous, your know-how, you use your togetherness and the relationships you've built up over the season to get over the line any means necessary, and that's what it comes down to now.